and our local time is 6:58 Saturday morning. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to my IELTS 4 skills lesson. It is Saturday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 6:59 a.m., which is the GMT or Greenwich Mean Time. Once again, today we're going to learn a little bit more tips, strategies, and rubrics about the IELTS exam. If you are considering to sit for the IELTS exam, or you have subscribed for the exam or registered, but you need to know the rubrics, the tips and techniques, how you can get good score, how you can get your desired score. Possibly this class will help you achieve that. Please bear in mind that English language is for your second language and for me as well. If I studying a lot, focusing, planning, and going through the different kinds of strategies will help anyone you know getting a more score and their desired score. And also the factual matter is that it's also matter of practice. Practice is the key factor, or the practice is the key word for all the success in the world. If you ask a footballer, if you ask a cricketer like Shane Warne died yesterday, he was an amazing cricketer and he practiced a lot. You ask anyone who is successful in their career, like Messi, the greatest footballer, or Ronaldo or Maradona, who passed away as well. Yeah, remember that, guys. Success doesn't come automatically. It needs to be, practiced on a daily basis. We should say continually. Okay, give some time, make a plan, focus on these 4 skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. They are interconnected and one can't go without the another one. So learn something that you'll be happy because you have learned something from this app. Instead of wasting your time here and there, it is better for you to learn something that will be helpful for your future career, maybe for academic purpose, or maybe for your communication skill, or maybe for your presentation skill. You want to be a good speaker, you want to be a public speaker, you want to be an amazing person, but you need some qualities, you need some attributes, you need some features, so that people can listen to you, people can follow you. Remember, at the end of the day, it is your life and you have to control. Okay, so learn something from this app. As you might be aware, Hello app is an amazing app for learning English globally. We have got many teachers from the different countries, and most of the teachers are native teachers. There are many few, a few, I should say, non-native teachers are there, and you can consider me as one of them. But it's not a matter whether you are native or non-native. The matter is that you have to practice a lot. I think Robin is here. Robin, welcome.
Hello,
Hello, Robin,
am I audible?
welcome.
Hi, sir. Yeah, hello.
I'm quite good. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good too, sir. Today, no one joined.
No one has joined except you. Okay, that's fine. If they are free, they will join. This is how it works. If you remember, when we were in school, we used to go to school. Did you go to school every day, Robin?
No, sir. Sometimes I'll miss.
Yeah, sometimes we didn't because sometimes maybe we are sick, we are not well, sometimes we are busy, sometimes we had got different problems. And same thing happens here on this app as well. Okay, Robin, you know that you're going to sit for IELTS exam. So we discussed speaking task one, yeah, of IELTS exam.
Yeah,
And also,
we dis-
go on.
we discussed it, sir,
We
last time.
discussed it. Did you discuss speaking task two, cue card?
Mm, no, this.
Okay. Today our focus is describing cue card. So what happened in IELTS exam in this task two, which is called cue card, it's like a small paper where you'll find a topic, and the teacher and the examiner will give you 1 minute to write your ideas on that paper, and after that you'll be given 2 minutes to talk. So in 2 minutes you can speak a lot, honestly. And also remember that sometimes it is not possible to complete your topic in 2 minutes. In that case you can talk more, but I always suggest all of the learners that don't worry about the 2 minutes. You must focus that you can speak at least 5 minutes. So in this part of the stage, speaking task two, I always give some ideas and thoughts how you can develop your speaking. And as a matter of fact, as you can see on the screen, these are the criteria once again for the speaking part. Okay,
Yeah,
so the criteria are once again fluency and coherence 25%, lexical source another 25%, grammatical range and accuracy 25%, and pronunciation 25%. Remember that most of the times our learners are confused about the word pronunciation. They think it's an accent. No, accent is not your pronunciation, but accent is related to your pronunciation. So there are two types of pronunciation, as you might be aware. One of them is British IPA. The IPA stands for International Phonetic Alphabets. Another one is American IPA. Now, the greatest and challenging question is, how do you know that it's a British IPA? Robin, can you tell me how do you understand it is a British IPA or British accent?
sir. Last time you told about closure, something yes and Z letters.
No, letter R and letter T. These are the two
Uh,
letters. To,
that is the two letters, and one more thing. Also, some words they used to pronounce like
yeah,
yes
that's
and
right.
Z,
Mhm.
and also tricolor is there, right? Hue. Sometimes in the tricolor they used to represent color spelling.
Oh, yes,
U
different,
S O U.
exactly, different spelling. They have got different spelling style. They've got different expressions, and they've got different sounds, especially and vowel sounds and diphthong sounds. So I'm sure you know that. That's great. Now, when you are presenting your communication skill in the IELTS exam, you have to just choose which one you are comfortable to follow. It doesn't matter whether it is a British pronunciation or an American pronunciation. My suggestion would be, Robin, all the people who are listening to me silently, just follow one. Okay, don't mix it up. If you mix it up, you're not going to get good marks. It will affect your marking. Okay, Robin.
I have one more doubt, like irrespective of which country. So if I wanna go for Canada or America,
Mhm.
so can I follow British accent also for that?
You can follow anything. That doesn't matter. That doesn't limit your learning. Remember that. When is the matter of your exam, in exam time, just express in only one go. But honestly speaking, Robin, in real life, we always mix with these different sounds. Sometimes we follow British accent or British pronunciation. Sometimes we follow American pronunciation as well. And as a matter of fact, if you remember that the British people used to rule India around 200 years,
Yeah.
1757 to 1947, and they have got quite good influence in Indian education system, and not only Indian education system, all the education system in Bangladesh as well and Pakistan as well, because we are part of India once upon a time. Okay, and that has really impacted our learning. So, which is really an distinguishable matter for you, how you can develop your pronunciation to the next level. But there are some basic rules. I always try to share the rules, and so that you can learn from it. And today for the speaking task 2, I'll explain how we can do it better, and also I'll discuss some of the pronunciation techniques to have good communication. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So what happens when you go to the task 2 part and the examiner welcomes you? Welcome, Robin. So you're in the task 2, so you'll be given a topic, okay, in a card, and you'll find that there are a few questions. There are some techniques. Remember that number 1, if the question is in present tense, you can use present tense or past tense or future tense, depending on the answer, how you're going to present. Rule number 2, if the question is in past tense, you must always use past tense. Remember that you can use present tense in past tense when it is like a quotation. You know the quotation like direct speech, like narration we call sometimes. Like I give you an example. When I was a child, my mother's always told me, uh, Rahat, you must listen to your teacher if you want to be a good student. Look, when I was a child, it's a past tense, but my mother told me it's a past tense. But in quotation, you must listen to your teacher, that is present tense. So did you get the point? It's a quotation. That's why
Yes.
we can use it. And also in past tense, we can use, the universal fact, like the sun rises in the east. Okay, the moon rounds about the planet Earth. These are the fact or universal truth. You can use always this type of fact in present tense. It never changes to past tense or future tense.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and next word is you have to build up your confidence. Remember that if you're not confident in speaking, if you're not outspoken, if you don't pronounce the words clearly, correctly, in the grammatical way, you're not going to get good marks. Remember that all these four criteria have different marking system. It is not only your fluency, it is also your lexical resource, also your grammatical accuracy, and also your pronunciation. These are the 4 basic criteria for the marking. Okay, do you have any questions among these 4 criteria, Robin? Maybe I can explain one more time before we go for the test. Any other questions have you got, like lexical
That
resource?
lexical resources.
Okay, lexical resource. What does it mean? Lexical resource has a variety of features. Number 1 is synonyms, and I'm sure you understand the meaning of synonyms, right, Robin?
Yes.
What
Yes, sir.
does tell me what does synonym mean?
I mean, it's similar kind of meaning, like
Exactly,
the words.
exactly, similar kind of meaning. So what happens? Why you to know why we need to know synonym? When we are trying to use one word, say beautiful, for example. Now, if you need to watch the beautiful again in a conversation, you have to bring synonym. So, what are the synonyms for beautiful?
Mm, adorable,
Mm-hmm.
pretty,
Pretty, yeah, adorable, pretty,
gorgeous.
gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Then any other?
That's it, sir. I don't remember.
Attractive, you can say. Hmm.
Okay.
And also, I'm trying to remember as well. Amazing, you can say. Okay, so this is one of the examples of lexical resource. And sometimes we need to also know about the antonym, opposite meaning. And also lexical resource has other parameters like, you have to know, phrasal verbs. Then you have to know phrases. Excuse me. And you have to know idioms as well, and also sometimes you can use some dialect or expressions. Remember that, Robin, in exam, in speaking, we can use some idioms and some dialects, but we don't write it. Written English is totally different. You can't use many words, but we can use many words in our speaking. Clear?
Yes,
So,
sir. Clear.
so these are called sorry, lexical resource. And number three, I'm sure you know the different kinds of grammar rules, and obviously correct grammar, accuracy. You see, accurate grammar. But if you're writing something or if you're saying something which is not correct, then it will affect your mark. You will get the marks. It is not like that you won't get the mark, but you will get the mark because you have used try to use the grammar. And also, if you don't pronounce the words, accurately, then you're not going to get good marks as well. It will affect your mark. Okay.
Okay, sir. What can you explain me about coherence as well?
Okay. Coherence means the techniques how you explain one topic step by step in order with a logical explanation. So the easiest example is when you are counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, we go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right, Robin?
Yes.
So coherence always explains how we can go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, but we don't explain like this 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 12. No, it is step by step and only related to the topic.
Okay.
And so this is two things: step by step explanation. Number two, related to the topic, whatever you're explaining. Okay, another basic technique of in IELTS exam is in every question there is a pattern, grammar pattern. Follow the pattern to answer. For example, let me give an example, a pattern. I'm going to ask you a question. Let me see how well you answer. How are you doing today, Robin?
Okay. I'm doing good today.
You're doing good. You said you have followed the pattern. The question is, how are you doing is verb with ing doing. And you've answered, I'm doing well or I'm doing great. But many times, many students answered it, I'm well. I'm pretty cool. I'm quite good. None of these answers are wrong, but they haven't followed the pattern. Remember that. Following pattern in IELTS exam is another important factor to get good marks. Now, for your case, the examiner will give more marks the person who has said, I'm well, because the person didn't follow the pattern. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes, sir. Clear.
Following pattern is another important feature to get good marks. Okay, so fluency and coherence, lexical source, grammatical runs, accuracy and pronunciation.
Sir,
And
fluency means without taking gaps, and we are correctly uh, giving timely gaps and speaking the content related thing, right?
so what does fluency mean? Yeah, that's a challenging question for you. Tell me, what do you understand?
Actually, I know, sir. I forgot actually all the things, whatever you told in the last two classes before
So
or something.
fluency is, yeah, you're speaking on a good speed, not too fast, not too slow. And also it doesn't measure your accuracy or grammar. Remember, fluency means you're speaking without any having any difficulties, without pause, without stopping, without any other limitations. And also when you're speaking, I explain these two things, closed question description and open question. Have you ever heard this? Closed question, open question. I'm writing
Yeah.
open questions.
So
Let me
open questions are something whenever you're using not and all. These are the open questions, right?
That's right. Closed question is when the answer is only limited, like yes, no. But open question is when you are going to add a little bit more. For example, if I ask you, have you seen the movie? Then your answer would be yes or no. So it is a
Yes, sir.
closed question. And the open question is, what kind of movies have you seen? Then you can describe different kinds of movie: action movie, comedy movie, documentary, art film, Oscar films, etc.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, so most of the cases in IELTS speaking and writing, we try to follow the open questions pattern where you have the opportunity to describe and talk and write more. All right. Any other question before I jump to the task 2?
Mm, sir, When coming to the accuracy is related to the both, right, grammatical range. So we should speak perfect English grammar,
So
and
accuracy.
also
Go
yeah,
on, go on.
accuracy. I'm got confusion. That is the only one.
Okay, accuracy is related to few things. Number one, your grammar structure and the tense you are using. I always suggest all of our learners to study tense. If you know tense well, you know most of the grammar of English language, because tense is the most amazing part of English grammar. You know the reason why? Because tense covers your basic grammar from zero, you can say, like gender, male or female. Then tense also covers number, like singular number, plural number. Tense covers person, like first person, second person, third person. Tense also covers parts of speech, noun, pronoun, adjective, those things. And also tense covers punctuation. You know punctuation, like comma, full stop, question mark. These are very important in writing as well as in speaking. We don't speak
Yeah,
like a train, yeah, non-stop, and we don't
yeah,
speak like monotonous way. Our speech always goes up and down, like a tone, like a musical rhythm.
yeah.
Is that clear? Say
Yeah. So
if I ask a question, or let me give you an
okay,
example. Okay, Robin, uh, when you were a child, which things you like to play?
okay. Mm. So when I was a child, I used to play cricket and also indoor games like chess, etc.
Right? You have answered well. Look, the question pattern is past tense, and you have used the correct person, so grammatically you are accurate. When I was a child, I used to play cricket and other games as well. Good answer. You see, this is called grammatical accuracy and the pattern you have used. The pattern is past tense, use past tense and correctly. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other question?
So this grammatical range and accuracy, it's come both under grammar only.
Yes. So grammatical range means, I'm going to give you an example. Hang on a second. There is an example. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to find it in a moment. Oh, where is it gone? Administer. Okay, hang on. Yes. The question is, this is the question. Do you have hobbies? If so, describe. Can you see this question?
Yes, sir.
So now let me hear the answer.
Can I answer or like I need to wait?
Yes, please answer it. Do you have hobbies? If so, describe your hobbies.
Okay. Yes, I have hobbies like singing and reading and also learning new technologies.
Mhm. Okay. So your answer is, I'm going to write it quickly. I have hobbies, right?
Yes,
Then you said like singing. What else you said after singing? Dancing?
sir. Reading.
Sorry, reading. The singing, reading, and learning new technologies. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Before I explain, another important matter in IELTS exam is that if your target is getting more than score 6 or 6.5, you must use compound sentences. You must write compound sentences. Did I explain last week what are compound sentences,
yes,
Robin?
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now look at your answer. You have used only one pattern for these three hobbies: singing, reading, and learning new technologies. Now, if you want to get good marks, there is nothing wrong in your answer. Remember that. Okay. There is nothing wrong in your answer, Robin. But look at this pattern. Someone has answered, I have several hobbies. My life is full of many hobbies like traveling, singing, dancing, reading, and eating. Someone has said. And someone answered this question, I have only one hobby, yet it consumes all my free time. I enjoy reading and have always been a voracious reader. Okay. Look at this answer. This is the most one of the amazing answers. Yes, I do have hobbies. I'm really keen on riding a bike, surfing the net, and reading. I also devote 3 evenings to the gym. Sport is my passion. Now look at this pattern. You've used one pattern like singing, I mean reading, singing, and learning new technologies. Now this person has used, look, I'm really keen on it, one pattern. Yeah. I also devote another pattern. Sport is my passion, another pattern. 3 sentences. So which means that when you are using more than one sentence structure in answer, each of the sentence would be regarded as a different, range of grammar if they are not same pattern. So these are all 3 different patterns. Okay, look at this is the another answer, Robin. Now you compare. Yes, I have hobbies. My hobbies are listening to songs and reading books. Whenever I get time, I listen to songs and enjoy it very much. It also helps change my mood. I love to read various types of books too. Okay, but uh, look, these are some other answers. I've just read it. Now, can you see there's different patterns in this answer, Robin?
Yes, sir.
So remember, in IELTS exam, it will be better for you to use for every hobby one sentence, different pattern. Like I've got different hobbies. I like singing when I've got free time. Then you can say, reading books is my another hobby. And as a tech lover, I like to learn different kinds of technologies. For every question in IELTS exam, you'll get 15, maybe 20 seconds to 30 seconds to answer. And in this 20 to 30 seconds, you can at least express or you can share your 3 to 4 sentences easily. All right,
Sure.
clear, Robin?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So this is really an amazing matter to know how you can express yourself. So you understand now grammatical range and accuracy.
Yeah, got it.
Very good. So let's move on to our today's cue card 2. Okay, I asked this question last week to a few of our learners. Describe a house or apartment you like to live in. So now the matter is that when you get the cue card, some student have asked me, teacher, can you change the cue card? No, you can't. The cue cards topics are very easy. They are from our normal life, general life, or daily activities. So after when you get this topic, then you'll be given 1 minute again, once again, a pencil and a paper. And the teacher will ask you organize your idea. So what you have to do within this 1 minute, you will create questions, WS question most of the cases, like what kind of apartment you like to live. Okay, why do you like to live? Okay, with whom? Okay, what the house should have, house or apartment should have, what features it must have. or any other related information. Okay, hang on a second. I'm making it a bit larger. There are another things I must explain. When you're describing the speaking part 2, you must follow these patterns: reasons, affects, comparisons, supporting examples, and personal experience. Okay? Have you seen the video for the IELTS exam?
Yeah.
Have I showed it last week?
No, sir.
Hmm?
No, no.
Oh, I haven't. Oh, okay. I think I should show you.
I think you showed some of the came British English. There some of the pronunciations and basic things you showed, sir.
No, not the pronunciation. Hang on a second. I'm trying to find it. Oh, where is it gone? History. One moment, eh? Actually, I should have pinned it. Yeah, I think it was last week. So, how do you find this class? Is it okay now?
So it's okay, sir. No worries. We'll show in the next class.
Okay. Are you practicing by yourself as well? Remember that practice with me is not enough. You need to practice a lot at home. I can show you and I can give you all the information, but you need to practice as well. Monday. Okay. It was in Monday as well. One moment. Past, present. Where is it gone? Oh, found it. Okay. Let me show you a small video, okay? So what does fluency and coherence mean, yeah? So, you've decided to take the IELTS exam. Congratulations. Success starts with IELTS. The speaking test is divided into 3 sections. Part 1 is the introduction and general questions. Part 2 is the long turn. And Part 3 is an analytical discussion. It's important to understand the criteria on which you will be tested in the IELTS exam. First, we consider the criteria of fluency and coherence. This is one of 4 criteria on which you will be tested. We'll cover the other 3 in later videos. Fluency and coherence refer to your ability to speak at length, including organizing ideas logically and appropriately signposting. It also refers to your ability to express and justify opinions and to discuss and speculate about issues without long pauses or repetition of the same words. Signposting is the use of words or phrases that indicate